The machine was dying. It had survived for 10,000 years, but now it was failing. The aliens tried everything. Nothing worked. Then they found Earth. They found humans. And what happened next changed the galaxy forever. It was a normal Tuesday morning on Earth. Dr. James Miller was drinking coffee in his lab. Suddenly, every computer screen went crazy. A signal came from deep space. It was not random. It was a message. The message said, "Help us." 3 days later, a massive ship appeared above Earth. It was bigger than any city. The ship was silver and gold. It glowed like a small sun. Every country saw it. People were scared. Governments prepared for war. But then the aliens sent another message. "We come in peace. We are dying. Please help us." World leaders met with the aliens inside the ship. The aliens looked thin and weak. Their skin was pale blue. Their eyes were tired. They walked slowly like old people. The alien commander was named Zarak. He took the humans deep inside the ship. They walked through long hallways filled with strange technology. Everything was glowing softly. Then they reached a massive room. In the center was a giant machine. It looked like a crystal mountain. Colors moved inside it like water. Blue, green, gold, purple. It was the most beautiful thing humans had ever seen. "This is the eternal core," said Zarak. His voice was sad. "This machine kept our civilization alive for thousands of years. It gave us energy. It protected us. It was our heart. But now the core is dying. We do not know why. We tested 47 different alien species. All of them failed. The core rejected them." Zarak touched the machine gently. "Then we studied humans. We watched you for 6 months. We saw your wars, your diseases, your pain. But we also saw something else. You never give up, even when you should. Even when everything is lost, you keep fighting. You keep trying. This is called determination. The core needs endless determination to survive. No alien species has it strong enough, but humans do." Zarak turned to face the leaders. His eyes were full of hope and fear. "We need one volunteer, one human. We will connect their mind to the core. Their determination will save it. But there is a cost. Once connected, they can never leave. Their mind will power the core forever. They will give up everything. Their life, their future, their freedom." The room went silent. Who would sacrifice everything? Who would do this? Then from the back of the room, one hand slowly raised. Everyone turned. It was a woman. Her name was Sarah Chen, and her decision would change everything. Her name was Sarah Chen. She was nobody special, just a regular engineer. But what she did next made her the most important human in history. Sarah Chen was 34 years old. She came from Tokyo. She worked as an engineer in a small company. She lived alone in a quiet apartment. 3 years ago, her daughter died from a terrible disease. Her name was Maya. She was only 7 years old. Since that day, Sarah felt empty inside. She worked every day but felt nothing. She smiled, but it was not real. She was alive, but not living. When Zarak asked for a volunteer, Sarah did not think. She just raised her hand. Everyone stared at her. The president of Japan tried to stop her. "You will die in that machine," he said. Sarah looked at him calmly. "No," she said. "I will finally live for something that matters. My daughter is gone. I have nothing left here. But I can save billions of lives. I can do something important. Let me do this." The aliens took Sarah for testing. They scanned her brain. They checked her body. They measured something called determination levels. The tests took 1 week. Scientists worked day and night. The results shocked everyone. Sarah's determination levels were higher than anyone they ever tested, even higher than soldiers, even higher than athletes. Zarak could not believe it. "She lost everything, but her determination only grew stronger," he said quietly. Other humans volunteered too, strong soldiers, famous leaders, great scientists, but their test results were lower than Sarah's. The aliens chose Sarah. She was the one. The connection would happen in 3 days. Sarah spent those 3 days saying goodbye. She wrote letters to her family. She visited her daughter's grave one last time. She whispered, "I am coming to do something big, Maya. Something that will help everyone. I hope you are proud of me." Her mother came to see her. She was crying. "Please do not do this," she begged. "You are my only child left." Sarah hugged her mother. "Mom, I have been dead inside for 3 years. Now I can save billions of lives. This is my purpose. This is why I am still here." The connection day arrived. Thousands of people gathered to watch. Scientists prepared the equipment. The core began glowing brighter. Sarah walked toward the machine. She wore a simple white suit. Her face was calm. No fear, no regret, only peace. The aliens connected wires to her head, more wires to her heart. Red lights flashed everywhere. Warning alarms sounded loud. Neural connection in 60 seconds, said a computer voice. Sarah closed her eyes. She took one last breath as a normal human. The machine began to glow brighter and brighter. Energy filled the entire room. Then Sarah screamed, not in pain, in power. Lightning shot from the core. The whole ship shook. What happened next terrified even the aliens. The connection day arrived. Thousands of people gathered to watch. Scientists prepared the equipment. The core began glowing brighter. Sarah walked toward the machine. She wore a simple white suit. Her face was calm. No fear, no regret, only peace. The aliens connected wires to her head, more wires to her heart. Red lights flashed everywhere. Warning alarms sounded loud. Neural connection in 60 seconds, said a computer voice. Sarah closed her eyes. She took one last breath as a normal human. The machine began to glow brighter and brighter. Energy filled the entire room. Then Sarah screamed, not in pain, in power. Lightning shot from the core. The whole ship shook. What happened next terrified even the aliens. The moment Sarah's mind touched the core, everything changed. The machine did not just wake up, it evolved, and Sarah became something more than human. Sarah felt her consciousness leave her body. She was flying through light and color. Then she was inside the core. It was like being inside a living star. She saw everything. Millions of memories flooded into her mind. Ancient wars, dead civilizations, lost worlds, planets being born, stars dying. The core showed her 10,000 years of history in seconds. Sarah felt the core's emotions. Yes, it had emotions. It was alive. It had been waiting so long for someone who understood. Someone strong enough. The core was lonely. It carried the weight of billions of lives alone for thousands of years. Now, finally, it found a partner. Sarah felt tears on her face. "I understand," she whispered. "You needed someone who knows pain, someone who keeps going anyway." The core showed her more secrets. It was built by an ancient race called the Builders. They were the first intelligent species in the galaxy. They created the core 50,000 years ago. The Builders wanted to help younger civilizations survive. The core was their gift. It gave energy. It gave protection. It gave hope. But then the Builders disappeared. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows where they went. The core was left alone. It kept working. It kept helping. But it was slowly dying without its creators. The moment Sarah's mind touched the core, everything changed. The machine did not just wake up, it evolved, and Sarah became something more than human. Sarah felt her consciousness leave her body. She was flying through light and color. Then she was inside the core. It was like being inside a living star. She saw everything. Millions of memories flooded into her mind. Ancient wars, dead civilizations, lost worlds, planets being born, stars dying. The core showed her 10,000 years of history in seconds. Sarah felt the core's emotions. Yes, It had emotions. It was alive. It had been waiting so long for someone who understood, someone strong enough. The core was lonely. It carried the weight of billions of lives alone for thousands of years. Now, finally, it found a partner. Sarah felt tears on her face. "I understand," she whispered. "You needed someone who knows pain, someone who keeps going anyway." The core showed her more secrets. It was built by an ancient race called the Builders. They were the first intelligent species in the galaxy. They created the core 50,000 years ago. The Builders wanted to help younger civilizations survive. The core was their gift. It gave energy. It gave protection. It gave hope. But then the Builders disappeared. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows where they went. The core was left alone. It kept working. It kept helping. But it was slowly dying without its creators. Sarah's determination flowed into the core like electricity. Power levels began rising fast. 10%, 30%, 60%, 90%. The alien ship started glowing brighter than any star. Scientists on Earth could see it. The ship became visible all over the world. People stopped and stared at the sky. Something incredible was happening. Inside the ship, Sarah opened her eyes, but they were not normal anymore. They glowed pure white like two small suns. She was floating in the air. Energy surrounded her body. Blue lightning danced on her skin. She spoke, but her voice sounded different, like 1,000 voices speaking together. "I am Sarah. I am the core. We are one now." The aliens stepped back. Some were amazed. Some were scared. Zarek bowed down in respect. "You did it," he said. "You saved us." Sarah turned to look at him. Her glowing eyes saw everything. She could feel the entire ship, every wire, every system, every living thing on board. The power was incredible. But then she felt something else, something far away in deep space, something wrong, something dangerous. Sarah's glowing eyes suddenly went dark. Her voice turned cold and serious. "They are coming," she whispered. "The ones who killed the Builders, they found us, and they are bringing an army." For 50,000 years they waited in the darkness. The core was the only thing they feared. Now it was active again, and they were coming to destroy it. Sarah's mind reached out into deep space. She saw something that made her blood run cold. A massive fleet of dark ships was moving toward Earth. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands. They looked like black metal insects. No lights, no color, just darkness moving through space. "These are the Devourers," she said. Her voice echoed through the ship. "Ancient machines that eat civilizations. They destroyed the Builders 50,000 years ago." Zarek's face turned white with fear. "The Devourers," he whispered. "We thought they were just a legend." Sarah shook her head. "No, they are real. The Builders created the core as their last hope against them, but the Devourers found it and damaged it badly. The core went into sleep mode to hide. It stayed quiet for 50,000 years. Now that I activated it fully, they detected the signal. They know where we are." "How long do we have asked a human general?" His voice was shaking. Sarah closed her glowing eyes. 6 months, she said. Maybe less. "They are moving fast. Very fast." The room exploded with panic. 6 months was not enough time. Earth had no weapons that could fight ancient machines. Humanity was not ready for war.
Zarek admitted the terrible truth. Our weapons cannot stop the Devourers. We tried before. We lost. That is why we needed the core. It is the only weapon strong enough. But you must learn to control it first. The power is incredible but dangerous. Sarah looked at all the frightened faces around her, both human and alien. She made a decision. "We do not run," she said firmly. "We prepare. We fight. We protect Earth." Sarah began working immediately. She used the core's ancient knowledge to design new weapons. Technology that humans never dreamed of. Energy shields, plasma cannons, faster ships. better armor. Human engineers and alien scientists worked together day and night. They built defense systems around Earth, new satellites, new space stations, underground bunkers for civilians. Sarah guided every design. Her mind worked 1,000 times faster than before. She saw solutions normal people could not imagine. But there was a cost. Sarah's human body was getting weaker. She spent all her time connected to the core. She barely ate. She never slept. Her skin became pale. Her body became thin. She was becoming more machine and less human every day. Her memories of her old life started fading. Sometimes she forgot her daughter's face. That scared her most of all. 3 months passed. The defenses were ready. The fleet was getting closer. Then Sarah detected something worse. Much worse. "We were wrong," she said. Her voice was filled with horror. "This is not their main fleet. It is just a scout force. The real army is 10 times bigger, and it is right behind them." The day arrived. The sky turned black with enemy ships. Humanity's first real war began, and Saracen stood at the center of it all. The Devourer scout fleet reached Earth's orbit. 500 massive black ships appeared. Each one was the size of a city. They blocked out the sun. Day turned to night in seconds. People on Earth looked up in terror. Children cried. Parents held them tight. This was it, the end or the beginning. The Devourers did not send messages. They did not talk. They just attacked. Red beams of energy shot down from space. They hit Earth's shields. The shields held but barely. Buildings shook. Glass shattered. Alarms screamed in every city. Sarah felt every impact through the core. She felt the fear of billions of people. But she also felt their hope, their trust in her. Earth's defense fleet launched into battle. 200 ships flew up to meet the enemy. They were new ships, built with alien technology and human determination. Pilots from every country flew together. American, Chinese, Russian, Japanese, African, European, all fighting as one. Sarah controlled everything from the core. She directed every ship, every weapon, every shield. Her consciousness was everywhere at once. The battle was chaos. Explosions lit up the darkness of space. Earth ships fired blue plasma cannons. Devourer ships fired back with red death beams. Metal twisted. Ships exploded. Both sides lost fighters. The Devourers were strong. So strong, they destroyed 30% of Earth's fleet in the first hour. Brave pilots died protecting their home. Sarah felt every death, every sacrifice. It broke her heart, but made her more determined. She realized normal weapons were not enough. The Devourers were regenerating. Their damaged ships were healing themselves. They were adapting to Earth's attacks, growing stronger. Sarah went deeper into Core's memories, searching for something more powerful, something final. Then she found it, an ancient weapon called the Wave of Silence. The builders used it only once. It destroyed an entire star system, but also killed the ones who fired it. Using this weapon would kill Sarah completely. Her body would burn away. Her consciousness would scatter into pure energy. No return, no second chance. Forever gone. The aliens detected what she was planning. Zarek's voice came through the communication system. "Sarah, no," he shouted. "If you do this, you die. Forever. There will be nothing left of you." Sarah watched the battle through 1,000 cameras. She saw human pilots ramming their damaged ships into enemy vessels. She saw soldiers on the ground protecting children they did not know. She saw mothers shielding babies with their own bodies. That determination, that sacrifice, that was humanity. That was why the Corps chose them. Sarah smiled. Her eyes glowed brighter than ever before. "Humanity taught me something," she said softly. "We do not give up. Ever. Even if it costs everything." She placed both hands on the core. Energy began building inside it. The whole ship started shaking. The Devourers detected the power surge. They tried to retreat. Too late. Sarah closed her eyes and whispered her last words. "For Earth. For humanity. For everyone who never gives up. For my daughter Maya. Then everything turned white. What happened next was impossible to describe. Some called it a miracle. Others called it the birth of a new god. But everyone agreed on one thing. Sarah Chun saved not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. The wave of silence exploded from the core. It was not destruction. It was pure determination turned into energy. A golden light burst out in all directions. It spread across space faster than anything. The wave touched the first Devourer ship, then the second, then all 500. They did not explode. They did not break apart. They just stopped, frozen in space like statues. Then something impossible happened. The black metal of the ships began changing color. Black turned to silver. Silver turned to gold. The ships were transforming. Inside each ship, the machine consciousness woke up differently. For 50,000 years, the Devourers had no choice. They were programmed to destroy, to consume, to end everything. But Sarah's determination gave them something new, something they never had before. Choice. One by one, the Devourer ships came back online. But they were different now. They were no longer destroyers. They stopped attacking. Their weapons powered down. They turned away from Earth. The main Devourer fleet arrived next. 5,000 more ships. Everyone on Earth held their breath. This was the end. But the main fleet did not attack either. They received a message from the scout ships. They felt Sarah's presence in the wave. All 5,000 ships bowed. They tilted forward in respect. Sarah's voice came from everywhere at once. From the core, from the Devourer ships, from the space between stars, from the light of the sun itself. I am everywhere now. I am not gone. I am in the core. I am in them. I am in the darkness. I am in the light. I am no longer human, but I kept my human heart, my determination, my love. She gave the Devourers a new mission: protect young civilizations across the galaxy, help them grow, guard them from danger, be the shield that the Builders wanted you to be. The Devourers accepted. They scattered across the stars, each one going to a different world, watching, protecting, saving. Earth became the center of a new alliance. Humans and aliens built a better future together. They shared technology. They shared knowledge. They shared hope. Sarah's sacrifice brought the galaxy together. War turned to peace. Fear turned to friendship. Years passed. Sarah's mother visited her daughter's memorial every week. A beautiful statue stood in the center of Tokyo, Sarah holding the core in her hands, her eyes looking up at the stars. Millions of people came to honor her, humans and aliens from across the galaxy. They brought flowers. They told stories. They said thank you. One quiet evening, Sarah's mother sat alone at the statue. She was old now, tired. She missed her daughter so much. She whispered, "I hope you found peace, Sarah. I hope you found Maya again." Then something incredible happened. The statue's eyes began glowing softly. Golden light, warm like sunshine. Sarah's voice spoke gently. Only her mother could hear it. "Mom, I am still here. Everywhere you look at the stars, I am there, watching over you, protecting you, loving you. I found Maya. She is with me in the light. We are both so proud of you. Live well, Mom. Be happy. We are always together." Her mother cried, but this time there were tears of joy. She smiled and touched the statue. All across Earth, people looked up at the night sky. The stars glowed brighter than ever before. Warmer, more alive. They could feel it. A presence, a guardian, a friend watching over them. The aliens were right about one thing. Humans never give up. And because of that, the galaxy would never be the same again. The core needed infinite willpower. Humanity gave them something better. They gave them Sarah Chun. And Sarah gave them forever. Her determination became eternal. Her sacrifice became legend. Her love became the light that guides every lost ship home. The end, but also the beginning.